Hey, Kawhi, the Clippers have won 6 games in a row. Tell me, how have you guys done it?
Computing, computing, computing. I have destroyed every team in these past 6 games. Nobody can guard me. I am dropping 40 on everyone. Nobody can guard me. Pistons, the Pistons suck. I dropped 55 on their head ass. Ha 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 ha.
Kawhi Leonard, the Claw, the Dynasty Killer, the Aimbot, is averaging 40, 40 goddamn points a game over these last 6 games. This LA Clipper team is starting to figure it out. They're rolling. And during this win streak, they've beaten some good teams, some above 500 teams. The Lakers, the Lakers are kind of mid, but they're still an above 500 team. The Rockets, a lot of people see them as a contender. And the Detroit Pistons. And I'm not going to discount, wins against the Trailblazers, Kings, and Jazz because those are bad teams that you need to beat. Clippers want any chance at kind of even making a postseason run. They're going to have to keep this effort up. And over these last 6 games, very, very interesting. The Clippers have the number one offensive rating in the league and the number one defensive rating in the league. Their offensive rating, this is via NBA.com, is 127.2 points, and their defensive rating is only holding their opponents to around 105.6 points per game. So the number one offense, number one defense, which is very insane because considering even like prior to this win streak, their offensive rating was 23rd in the NBA at 112.8. And their defensive rating was 118.9, the 26th highest defensive rating in the league. So they went from 23rd in offense, 26th in defense, to number one in both over this 6-game stretch, which is really just incredible. And there's a lot of things you've noticed. I'm sure many Clippers fans have noticed that, hey, Zubac hasn't been playing as much. I think he only played one of these last 6 games. Brooke Lopez has been a lot more phenomenal. This team's defense has been phenomenal. And can we get back to talking about goddamn Kawhi Leonard? 39 points he's averaging a game right now. He's putting this team on his back. And everybody is picking up that energy and following through with it. Defensively, this team has been great at creating deflections and being able to steal and convert the ball. And this is the lowest paced team in the league. Still the lowest paced team in the league. They've just been dominant. And they've blown out these teams. They've convincingly beaten these last 6 teams by a pretty wide margin. Because of Kawhi and the Clippers' recent success, the Thunder may not get a top pick. Please, they got to continue to play like this. I'm really, really hoping. But this has just been electric play from the Clippers. Other players on this team have been improving as well. James Harden has been playing better. There's a lot more ball movement, especially in that Pistons game, especially in this recent Jazz game and the Kings game where the ball is moving all around to get the best shot available. And this Clippers team over this stretch has shot 41% from 3. Just great, great numbers. And we look at the Jazz game a couple nights ago where Kawhi dropped 20 points in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter to just balloon the lead and to secure the win. To give the distance enough where the Clippers don't have to worry about the Jazz potentially coming up or coming back because the Jazz have had they've had a competitive team at times. Keontae George has broken out. Lauri Markkanen is having another great season. Nicholas Batum is shooting 50% from 3 on 4 attempts. Kawhi over this stretch has shot 44% from 3 on 10 3-point attempts per game. It's insane. And Brooke Lopez, this team is starting to gel. And if they can continue this, I don't think realistically, they're not going to hold the number one offensive rating and the number one defensive rating forever. If they did, this would be one of the craziest turnarounds ever. But they still have a long way to go. Because I think that right now they're tied with the Jazz record-wise. And they, like, Ty Lue had a goal. He wanted to go 35 and 20, I think, for the remainder of the season. If the Clippers keep racking up these wins, then I think they'll be able to get into the play-in. I think long term, I think the goal for this Clippers team is to probably get to that 7-8 spot. Because I don't know, getting to top 6 is going to be really, really difficult for this team, considering they're still 12 and like 21. So they still got to win another 9 games, probably 10, because they're probably going to lose. They're not going to infinitely go on this streak, or maybe they will. But yeah, it's not going to last forever, but they need to get these wins. And even players like Chris Dunn, Kobe Brown, and like even guys like Kobe Sanders have really showed up. And these guys are shooting 50% from 3. Like Derrick Jones Jr., the bench of this Clippers team has been showing up a lot. And it's not just Kawhi. I mean, Kawhi is shouldering a ton of the offense. But remember, Kawhi is one of the best two-way players in the league still when he's healthy. When he is healthy, he is the best. One, if not the best two-way player in the league. And he's doing all this while averaging 39 points. 39 points, man. Insane. On 1.5 blocks a game? Brook Lopez, 1.5 blocks, has been shooting better from 3. He had that like 31-point game where he dropped 9 threes. Like, I'm very intrigued. And of course, the Zubac thing, I briefly mentioned it earlier because this team has, players have kind of gone in and out of the lineup, so it's been kind of next man up. Zubac's only played 1 game during this stretch. So I don't know if this is enough sample size to consider like, oh, we might just be better without Zubac, which is kind of crazy considering what happened last year. But it's something to consider on, just to watch out for. Just to see like when Zubac comes back and he's fully healthy, will this Clippers team continue to play at the level they've been playing these past 6 games, or will they kind of come back down to earth and kind of play like they have been where they've won 6 games and they just continue to lose? But yeah, I'm very hyped for the league's sake that the Clippers are doing well. Kawhi has been so fun to watch, and I'm very excited. And let me know what you guys have thought about this Clippers run. Do you think it is sustainable? Do you think Kawhi is going to average 40 for the rest of the season? Probably not, but I mean, it would be fun as hell. And, what do you think about, like, even James Harden, who I've barely mentioned? He's putting up pretty efficient numbers. I mean, he's over this stretch. I mean, actually, he's not shooting well from 3, but he's doing everything. He's attacking the basket. He is creating a ton of great looks. And James Harden is the focal point as to why there's so much more ball movement between Kawhi, Harden, Brook Lopez, getting the best shot available. Yeah, I'm sure Harden's 3-point percentage will go up. But yeah, I'm very excited. And I'm very interested to see what this team will do. But let me know what you guys think. And as always, take care and peace.